Maybe I can speak. Does everyone here hate online?
What I love the most about CrossFit is that
Like, I'm in now. I'm not gonna get cut. And the next day,
we are in Miami. It is Thursday, and we are about to do, or I'm about to meet my team, the Dóttirs, to do our first training session together for the competition. And we're gonna plan some stuff. So they're dropping us off at CrossFit Miami Beach, and then we take it from there.
How's the weather?
The weather is horrendous, not horrendous, but it's been just raining and wind and cold. It's not stopping me from wearing shorts. The sun will come out, I have faith. Yeah, it's this. Hello.
Like, we haven't traveled that long. Yeah. Okei, meidän väsi kolme on kohta. Okei, tää on kuin se tänne. Okei. Joo. Ibu Facebook. Vet Vesana! Är du Sara? Du ska
right, let's hear a little woo-woo for hanging out here with myself. I'll introduce everybody. I don't know if that's already been done. I don't think so. If it's not been, or if it already has been, I apologize. But my name's Noah Olson. Give it up for Chan the man. Oh, yeah. Right next to him is Fee Sagafi. I don't know. Did I say that right, Fee? Okay. Fee, the lovely. And then we've got Sara Sigmundsdottir. I believe it's Arakhedish is how you say the last name, more or less. We've got Jesse Smith. Jesse just crushed the Reps Ahead challenge. One more round of applause for Jesse for that. Yeah. We've got Alex Gazan. Give it up for Alex. One of the strongest ladies in the whole wide world. And Emma Lawson rounding it out. Star-studded cast. We're going to hang out with you guys, be bopping around, teaching you how to snatch. I'm sure.
From there, 5 overhead squats, and then we'll switch. 5 overhead squats. Take your time with these if you want to pause in the bottom. Get opened up. Good.
Do is 5 snatch balances. So we have our snatch grip, we put it on our back. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go underneath the bar. So we dip and then we drive, and on the way up with the barbell, we go into a squat and catch it. Woo, my goodness, look at that speed. Woo!
Catch in the corner squats.
I think a big ring muscle up is my favorite. There's just something about it. Or squat snatch. I love squat snatches. Least favorite, pistols. They shouldn't fall down. I know you love them.
Yeah, 2021 CrossFit Games, event 10, I believe Rick Kowski won. That's the bike and power snatch guy.
Oh yeah.
He won. I took 3rd in the second heat. I was pumped, and I did a little flex because I was like, I'm in now. I'm not gonna get cut. And the next day, I got cut. So combined experience there, going from a really high to a really low, was really pride coming before the fall. That was my embarrassment.
I'd probably say, I mean, I have a lot of embarrassing moments, to be honest, but top of my list is probably, I was coaching a lot when I was starting CrossFit. And I would be coaching like a beginner's class, and you know when you're showing the bands, and I remember the band just went straight up. And I was just like, oh, this happens sometimes, you know. But you're in so much pain, so that was probably one of the embarrassing moments.
Probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. I was talking to my friend, and we were walking. I was talking like this, and then I ran into a stop sign. And he saw it coming. And he's like, oh, I saw it coming. I couldn't help myself. He didn't stop me. And so he's like, I couldn't help myself. I had to see it come through. And so I hit, and it hit me pretty hard. And I appreciated that it was funny, so I wasn't mad at him, but it really hurt.
Mine is probably more sad than funny, unfortunately. It was a Wodapalooza happening, and you were a part of it. 2 years ago. Oh, no. 2 years ago, we were getting it out with these guys for first place on teams, and I went too heavy on a lift and got 0 pounds. I missed both times, and got like last place on that event for the team, and I was so sad. And we're gonna redeem ourselves this weekend.
I'm working strictly
Oh.
What do you mean, 50?
No, Alex.
What's your number?
I can tell you Kim. That's right. Maybe Alex and I will.
Go down and give an approximate how many you can get.
You said strict or kipping? Strict. Oh gosh, strict I've got close to 30. Not 30, but I've got like 28, 29. That's all I got. Same.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I have an idea. What if after Wodapalooza, whenever it's we'll call it the Jackson Challenge. We'll all video ourselves. In person.
In person.
Yeah. way more fun.
We all, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can speak. Does everyone here hate online?
Yeah.
100%.
It's like the same stress as like a regular competition with none of the benefits. Like,
Oh.
like the crowd, like the experience. You're just like, oh, I thought my video was good.
If you mess something up in a competition, like your judge is there to tell you immediately, the crowd boos you,
Yeah.
whatever, all that stuff. You mess something up in the online event, and you've already booked your trip for the next thing, and then it turns out you're disqualified and your season's over. So I definitely am more of an in-person guy. I think everybody's probably in the same boat.
I'll do a quick one. I'm gonna ask everyone, because we got the young man here. If you could give some young advice to a young fella, what would it be?
Immediately, don't stop playing sports. Don't just go to the gym and give your life up for the gym. Keep playing sports in as many sports as you can. It's a beautiful thing. Keep doing it.
Keep having fun with it. Also, that's so important.
Yeah, that was my thing. Have fun with it. The moment it starts to get not fun anymore, it's not really benefiting you as much anymore. Just
Listen to your body. If something hurts, you'll get better in like a few weeks. Don't do it that day.
Yeah, I'd say once you get older, like listen to your instincts as well. So if you feel like, oh, I really want to, whatever that is, I want to try a new coach. I want to try. Feel like we're not run like. You need to be the boss, right? So if whatever that is, like you're the one that lives and dies by those decisions. Not your coach, not your mom, not your dad. So as much as you can, like you still have to listen to those people, but like learn to trust your instincts and believe in yourself.
Don't listen to your parents. I'd say focus on consistency. I think lots of people think like one really good workout or one really good week or one really good training cycle makes a difference, but all of us have been doing this for over a decade, and sometimes it takes 5. Brent went to regionals, maybe not him. Emma was born a decade ago. But Brent went to regionals a bunch of times. I was a fan of him and Noah, same thing. Like they both went a bunch before they made it to the games, and then were able to get consistency after that. It doesn't always happen on the first try, but if you stay consistent, there's a chance that things will work out. So always just keep playing the long game.
Yeah, I would say that everything was super great. So you've stolen all of my things. I don't like going last.
Sorry.
But okay, I would say that honestly, you can never stop learning as well. I think that's one of the great things about CrossFit and fitness like this is that you can always snatch more. You can always do more handstand push-ups. You can always get better at something, and you're gonna get advice and learn in everything that you do. So learn from the people around you, learn from your friends, your family, and apply it all.
All right. Great.
I'm on my way for athlete checking. And then I have a meet and greet with Sarah Kitty. And then I have a Q&A with my team. Big schedule ahead, and I'm falling asleep because I'm still jet lagged. It is now, time is it in Dubai, 1 a.m. Cooked.
Oh, Sarah, you didn't sign your waiver. I just signed mine yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You have a green check, it's fine. Okay, she's fine. Thank you so much.
Fuel. Fuel and freezing. 3 sweaters on. Should have worn my Uggs like I was going to originally.
and weeks to have. Please put your hands together and welcome Annie, Katrin, and Sara to the stage. Ladies, thank you for joining me. The Dotters. What is the moment for each of you when you realized, wow, I've done it. I have made history not only in the sport, but in my country and in my family?
I don't know there's a specific moment of that per se, but there's a moment I think of which we feel such pride in being the Dotters, and I think that's so cool. I think it started just with people being like, do they have the same last name? And we all just have daughters, and then being able to be on this journey together, being the same kind of era of competing against each other, and just being so proud of what that stands for. I think this means so much to all of us.
Yeah, I think that we actually, because we were all in the same era, we became so much better because there was so much competitiveness between three of us. But I think that when I realized it was probably after 2015 or 16 games was when in Iceland all of a sudden Dottir became a big thing, and it was because of us. So like it was a lot of focus on that the girls were proud of being Dottir. So I think that's the moment when I realized, like, oh, we made some changes in Iceland.
Well, I love that. I agree with both of you guys. I think that it was a certain moment when it was cool to be a Dottir, when all of a sudden the soccer girls were like, we Dotters as well. And it was like a thing. Being a Dottir was starting to mean being strong. And that's pretty cool because all the women in Iceland are Dotters, and that means that all the women are strong. And I'm like, that's pretty cool.
But what is it about the sport and the methodology that continues?
I would say what I love the most about CrossFit is that you always have the foundation, and you can always compare the people that are in the gym just 1 hour a day can compare their Fran score to our score. You know, like there's not a lot of sports where you can do that, where you can compare yourself to the top elites. So that's what I love about it, is that there's always levels of like, you want to get better and you're pushing yourself way out of your comfort zone. Because when I started, actually, the first competition was with...
A lot of times, women supporting women, it looks different. And then when you're competitive, people think, oh, we're catty, we don't like each other, because they think you can't want your friends and the fellow Dotters to succeed. You guys all came up at the same time. How did you navigate that?
It's easy. I want them to do really good, as long as I just do a little bit better.
It's honest work.
Yeah.
Well, I think that Annie was like, I remember watching her when she won the games, and I was like, that's so insane, the things she's doing. And I remember I was out in the country in the middle of summer in Iceland and just watching her like with a sandbag, and I was like, this is like rough, hard work that I really want to do. So I would say that Annie pretty much set the standard of like, of the Dotters. So we looked up to her and saw that she won the games, and then we competed in small competitions in Iceland, and you would maybe get close to it, and you would have believe in yourself of like, oh, if she did it, then I can do it.
So, very similar story to Sarah. Me and Sarah actually started, we were like coming up together and both of us saw Annie win, and we were like, okay, that's what we want to do. And I just went to the gym that Annie was at. It was boot camp, and you actually, that was boot camp where you lived, so you ended up coming to that too. And so both of us were very new, just thinking, oh my gosh, we want to do this. Like, I really want to make regionals. And then I think having that kind of like competitiveness of, we were a very similar level at the start, both of us striving to maybe one day be what Annie had done. I think it was more even like, never even imagined that we'd be on a podium or fittest in the world, but more just like, we too want to be a games athlete.
For me, I would say that my goals have definitely changed. I'm still competing or getting back out there, but I've had a lot of problems the last 3 years with my health, with injuries, and I think when I started CrossFit, I wanted to show that anything is possible if you put hard work into it. So no matter what your background is, if you loved food like me until you were 17, like, you can still become a professional athlete if you put the hard work into it and the dedication. Yeah, pizza. And now, coming from a big injury and then having autoimmune and dealing with all the things around that and how your body can change and everything, that's my newest thing. Is like, I met a guy now at FitFest that came up to me and said, I was gonna stop CrossFit and stop training because what my doctor said that I couldn't do this anymore. And then I saw your post about that you kept on going and that you changed your nutrition to this. So this has been my newest why, is like, anything is possible if you find the right approach to it. And that's why I'm back out on the floor. I'm going to show that this is proof. If anybody gets diagnosed with it, they know Sara made it back. I can go to the gym 3 times a week, you know? So that's my why now. Like, I think that I focus a lot on my closest people, and like Annie said, when you're injured, and the people that stay close to you, and the people that are there for you when you don't need it, but also when you really need it, are the people that you need to take care of. Like, you're not, or like Annie said before, you're not competing for yourself. You're competing with your team. So.
And with that said,
there's so many hateful comments, and there's so many people that don't want you to succeed. And if you start focusing on that, your attention span goes there. Where energy goes, energy flows. You know, like you have to focus on the people that are close to you, that have been in it with you, and what you're doing it for the whole team versus what everybody's saying about you. Like, why are you competing? Are you competing for everybody else, or are you competing for yourself? That's the question that I ask myself when people have comments of like, why doesn't she just retire? She's done with this. She's been in the sport for this long. And I'm like, I'm not doing that for that person. I'm competing because I freaking love training, and I love pushing myself to the limit, you know? You need to ask yourself the core question of it. Being from Iceland and not being able to do beach events, I would say that's what brought me here. I saw like the beach mount view and the rope climbs, the muscle ups. I was like, I want to compete there. I want to run on the beach. I want to swim. And so that's what caught my eye with Wodapalooza. It's just, yeah, it's like a festival with fitness in it, which I really love.
Thank you to the Dotters for joining us on stage. Ladies, thank you so much.
Bienvenidos a Cortadito.